Out hustling everybody.
Mitchell outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
On the wing, Thompson. And they double up Davis. And stolen by Leonard. Moving it up. Green left side. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
It's tipped. And stolen by Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Well, this league has some of the world's best athletes. But Ausar Thompson, like his brother Amen, Tim, they're on another level.
Yeah, this guy has a top-tier burst and relentlessness to make things happen. He's already a stopper at the defensive end.
Kennard on the wing. Busted. No good that time either. And Leonard has it in the corner. And stolen by Thompson. Carter comes in with the double team. Looking to end the run. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Yeah, that's as easy as it gets for Davis. The defense can't let him get established positioning inside.
Back to Mitchell. Leonard draws the double. Shot clock at 6. Back to Mitchell for 3. And Boston with the rebound.
What a cold start. They need a different approach here.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Daigneault. We briefly discussed Anthony Davis and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach said to make him into a jump shooter. I think if we can make the majority of his shots jumpers and keep him away from the rim, we should be in good shape. Easier said than done, but we'll see what happens. Kevin?
Thank you once again, Allie. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Mitchell is doubled. Carter with the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard, no luck.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
On the wing, Thompson. Here's Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Oh, great effort on the boards. AD playing hard.
Here's Mitchell. And Boston with the rebound. To the inside. Stolen by Mitchell. And here's the break. Leonard draws the double. Back to Mitchell. Thompson with the rebound.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
From downtown, a rebound by Washington.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Back to Leonard. Trying to end the drought. Good D by Thompson. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Over in the corner, Green. Back to Leonard. It's Washington high post. Out to Carter. And the 3 off target. Leonard with the steal. Shoots it. It's hauled in by 4.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert. The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Pass to Washington. Now here's Leonard. And it's good for 2.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
.26 seconds left here in the first quarter. And here's Kennard. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Thompson looking for an opening. And that does it for the first quarter. Up by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Well, they're taking care of the ball on one end of the floor and then forcing mistakes on the other.
And here is Mitchell. Outside Leonard. The tray. Bring it up for Kawhi Leonard from 3.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Kennard for 3. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. And in terms of efficiency, Greg, very little has changed with Kawhi Leonard.
In multiple years, he's been close to making the 50-40-90 club. A high-usage player who gets to his spots and also takes great care of the ball.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Celtics shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Here's Green. That one's in, his first shot this game.
With his athleticism, Green plays a lot bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Boston trails by 5. Thompson with it. Now Green defending. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Was starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Now here's Thompson. Still scoreless. Inside. The 3 from Davis. A shot that time, not on target. Here's Green. And there's the drive. Good D by Thompson. Pass to Davis. It's stolen by Carter. Here's Green. And it's Green shutting it down.
And one of Green's best assets, his leaping ability. He's a natural athlete, very explosive.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. Anthony Davis talked about what motivates him. He said championships, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard. All that stuff matters the most to me. Don't get me wrong, money is amazing, but my legacy will win that battle every time. Kevin, back to you.
Priorities straight. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. And it's Green missing. Boston trails by 8. So we've seen the NBA, Tim, embrace analytics more and more over time. That's something you caught on to early in your career.
Well, there is no doubt, Kevin, that they're starting to go more to the analytics. The eye test is really important when you look at just what makes good basketball, but the numbers sometimes can tell you things you didn't even realize as a coaching staff.
As a broadcaster, what numbers do you look at normally right off the top? What things are telltales for you?
One thing that I really look at as opposed to individual plus-minus, give me that group of 5 plus-minus. That way I know which units are really getting it done together.
Oh, I love that.
And normally that's an easy 2 for him. I'm surprised he missed that one.
And Green gets it to go.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And it's Davis with the jam.
And we've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
Now here is Carter. Pass to Green. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Green's got 5 points so far.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
The drive by Thompson. Davis with the bucket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life. Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Green. And good that time. And that's 12 points for Jalen Green.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Fast break, here we go. Outside Leonard. Carter with the screen. Leonard with no one around. Drops one in from the wing. He's got 9.
Well, he's starting to get into a rhythm now after a rough first quarter.
Here's Green. Going inside. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And the intensity on the boards. Kuzma using the long arms to keep plays going.
Second chance shot. Carter pulls it in. The drive by Green. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks. $15 seconds left in the first half. Right side Leonard. Outside Carter. The shot comes out. That'll do it for the first half. They lead by 13. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Green. Here's the 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound. And so Henderson will bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 13.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Greg, you watch Jalen Green. So much upside potential.
Yeah, he can be streaky, but one of the most combustible scorers in the league. When he's on, he can take over single-handedly.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Now here's Henderson. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Pass to Wagner. And that's a foul called on Josh Green. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution for the Celtics.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing. And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Pass to Zubac. Now Concho. Nothing on the board. Thor. Off target at the rim.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
Leonard draws the double. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up from the top of the key. That doesn't go, but he's 5 for 11. Conchar, good.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Green draws the double. Outside Leonard. Outside Green. Back to Leonard. From about 19 feet, they get the rebound to the right side. Stolen by Henderson. Burks in the corner. To the paint. It's rebounded by Leonard. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. No good with the layup.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 11. Leonard draws the double. Here's Huff. Off target from outside. Boston trails by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's Leonard. Leonard battling for 2.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Pass to Thor. Henderson looking it over. It's deflected.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's Green with the 3. A rebound by the Celtics. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. Burks' shot is good.
And we are in the era of the transition 3, and that is one of the guys you want taking them.
Pass to Green. Burks with the steal. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Henderson, no good.
He is just struggling right now to find his way and trying to regain his confidence. Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Now here's Henderson. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Here's Green. Driving in. He draws iron on the dunk. High post, Davis. Pass to Kennard. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. On the wing, Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Green's got 17.
Well, it's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Now, here's Kennard. 9 points in the game so far. Boston, no good that time either.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
And stolen by Kuzma. Yep, it counts. Green's got 10 points here in the second half.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch and shoot percentages. Can I get off threes and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing, and I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
And Davis throws it down.
Great hustle by Davis, getting something before the defense can set up.
Green. Good D by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. Pass to Davis. And stolen by Kuzma. Here's Green. Stolen by Thompson. To the middle. And it's Martin missing. Got a piece of it. Leonard on the wing. The three. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And that's his second three-pointer tonight.
Right side Davis. Outside Leonard. And he knocks down the jumper.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. In the corner, Kennard with it. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
And that's the kind of veteran awareness you get from AD, always keeping his eye on the outside when he has the ball.
Knocked loose. Leonard draws the double. And the call will be against Luke Kennard.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
This seems to be an era, Tim, of parity in the NBA, but some say there has been a lack of rivalries as well, kind of the culprit.
Well, I think it's tough to have rivalries as often now because you need some sort of a history in the postseason, and I just don't think we've had it. Kevin, also, I think it's because some of the stars have changed teams as frequently as they have, makes those rivalries less likely.
Can you think of the last real rivalry we've had in the postseason, even going to the finals?
I think it has to be Steph's Golden State Warriors and LeBron's Cleveland Cavaliers, 4 straight finals appearances.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Leonard, that's for 2. Good D by Thompson. Over Green. Off the left rim and out.
And another miss for him. It's been this way all night, and that is tough for his team to overcome.
Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by the Celtics. Thompson for 3. Drills it from outside. Thompson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, and if I recall, wasn't he part of the Splash Brothers Clay still getting it done from deep.
Back to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. And stolen by Thompson. Pass to Martin.
2 minutes.
Out to Thompson. Jacks up a three. Kuzma with the defensive effort. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Here's Leonard. A minute 42 left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard draws the double. Good D by Thompson.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
Boston trails by 19. Down low. Oh, the dunk!
One thing I really like about Ausar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
And the layup is off. And here's Boston. They're on an 11-3 run. No good there.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Celtics call timeout.
They're behind by 17. No good on that one.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the #2 overall pick of the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
Here's Davis. Nice use of the glass on the finish. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Green. Rebounded by Thompson. Here's Kennard. And it misses. "20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Washington with it. Shot clock at 5. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
It will be a re-jump.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, you're going to have to play this out. Take pride in every possession because they are critical at this point.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game